Thank you for holding this hearing. This has been fascinating. I wish I could have spent more time here, but I did hear the testimony. Dr. Burns, I always like starting out with the macro. Okay, let's take a look at the overall industry. Latest information I have, according to the AMA, in 2021, we spent about $4.3 trillion on healthcare. Is that
all right with that? We're over $4 trillion. That's correct.
And also about $577 billion on pharmaceuticals, gross. Total.
It depends on how you measure retail versus institutional.
So what do you think? What do you think the number is?
Well, it could be, if you look just at the retail numbers that come out of CMS, people will say, well, it's about 10%, 11% of healthcare spending. But if you throw in the institutional side of it, the drugs that are used in hospitals, you could get up to 15 or 16% of national health.
So about $500 billion is somewhere in the ballpark. What do you think the after-tax profitability in total of that amount is?
Well, it varies by sector. There are
I understand, but I mean, in total, would you say, again, total industry after-tax profitability is probably averages about 5%. Well, let's say drugs more, maybe it might be 10%.
Well, no, the pharmaceutical companies and the medical device companies clean up.
Okay,
They're
so
in,
would it be
they're in,
would
they're
after
in the low 20%?
Okay, so again, I'm talking about after-tax because let's face it,
True.
the tax that the government collects goes right back into our coffers as well. So let's say it's 20%.
Yeah.
On $500 billion, that's about $100 billion. On a total spend in healthcare by $4.3 trillion. So we're talking somewhere 2.5% in terms of profitability of the drugs, in terms of our overall healthcare spending. I make the point because it's easy for us to zero in on a particular problem. Again, I think PBMs, this is a really interesting hearing, okay? But you eliminate all the profitability and all the incentives for creating new drugs, you haven't really made a dent in our healthcare spend. Is that pretty accurate?
Well, the real issue now facing the Part D plans and their beneficiaries are the high-cost specialty drugs for which there are no competitors, and that's where the elderly are getting creamed in terms of their out-of-pocket costs. What we need there is more competition among those sorts of manufacturers.
There you go. Don't we also need more consumer involvement? I think, Mr. Gibbs, I think you were talking in your testimony that unlike every other product, and that may be a little bit too broad, but almost like every other product in our economy, we don't know what things cost in drugs. And again, I think that's a generally true statement, but I guess I would argue that the reason for that is because the third-party payer system.
Good morning, friends. So what's going on? Surprising news has just been released. The latest Social Security proposal is currently being finalized by top lawmakers in the Senate. But experts have confirmed that this plan would change monthly benefit checks for millions of Social Security beneficiaries. Some will end up receiving more, while some will end up receiving less. My dearest friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video. Also, I will be announcing several winners tomorrow for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter these weekly giveaway, friends, all you need to do is subscribe to my channel, click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. My dearest friends, the more videos that you watch and then comment on, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. According to experts, a pair of U.S. senators who are pursuing a bipartisan proposal to reform Social Security will lead to reduced benefits for millions of recipients. The senators, Republican Bill Cassidy of Louisiana and Independent Angus King of Maine, who caucuses with Democrats, are leading a group of legislators in a proposal to reform Social Security on several fronts. Go Banking Rates reported that their ideas include raising the full retirement age to 70 from 67 years old. They have also proposed creating a sovereign wealth fund to help pay for Social Security. The fund could be funded with $1.5 trillion or more in borrowed money. Another option is changing the formula that calculates monthly Social Security benefits from one base on a worker's average earnings over 35 years to a formula based on the number of years spent working and paying into Social Security. These proposals come amid heightened talk on reforming Social Security before the program's Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust Fund runs out of money. This could happen as soon as 2032, leaving the program solely reliant on payroll taxes for funding, which might only cover about 75% of benefits. Many Social Security advocates strongly oppose raising the full retirement age, equating such a move as a cut in benefits. Senators Bill Cassidy and Angus King looked to quell those fears in a joint statement. In response to what they called incomplete and somewhat alarmist reports regarding the proposal, the senators said their goal is to preserve and protect the retirement security of all Americans now and long into the future. The senators said their goal is to preserve and protect the retirement security of all Americans now and long into the future. The statement also stated the Social Security Fund will be insolvent in less than a decade. If Congress chooses to do nothing, current law requires painful 24% cuts to benefits and a daunting future for fulfilling our promises. If we come together now, we can preserve and protect the retirement security of all Americans. Cassidy and King have also said that conversations are ongoing regarding their plan, and they will provide further details when they have a fully developed plan. But they did offer a peek at a couple of possible elements. According to the two senators, there are dozens of considerations being weighed to protect Social Security, including locking early retirement at age 62, a protection for lower-wage workers, and seeking avenues to increase benefits immediately. Under what we are discussing, millions would immediately receive more, and no one would receive less. The wild card is whether their plan even makes it to a congressional vote. They might have a hard time convincing Democrats and even some Republicans to sign on to a higher full retirement age. And as NBC News noted, President Biden and many Democrats prefer addressing the funding shortfall through new revenues, while many Republicans favor reduced spending. So, dearest friends, what do you think will happen to Social Security in 10 years? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. Lawmakers cannot overstate the importance of these benefits. According to the latest estimates, half the U.S. population aged 65 or older are in households who receive at least half of their income from Social Security. Even more dire, 25% of households 65 or older rely on Social Security for 90% of their income. Approximately 10% of all Social Security beneficiaries are currently living in poverty. President Biden has already called for billions of dollars to be allocated to the Social Security Administration. That money would help the administration improve customer service and pursue a host of improvement efforts as it regroups from the crisis. But bold and quick action is needed to address the looming shortfall that, if left unaddressed, it will undercut the economic security and retirements of millions of Americans. The President and Congress must work together to strengthen our Social Security retirement program. This is a nonpartisan issue. Republicans and Democrats alike should work together now on behalf of all Americans. My dearest and amazing friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this morning. Thank you, dearest friends, for being part of this community and for being here every single day. If you would like to enter tomorrow's Walmart gift card giveaway, please make sure that you click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dear friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you, my friends, and have a wonderful and very blessed Thursday.